Hi everybody, and welcome back to Dave's Kitchen. Today in this episode we're doing a pork chop recipe. Now this is kind of an interesting recipe because the other day we were making up a dish that involved tomato sauce. And we had some leftover tomato sauce and I got thinking, well, what can I do with that? And then I got to thinking, pork chops and tomato sauce. Interesting concept. So I kind of threw together a dish that involved a basic rub on the pork chops and a little bit of brown sugar in the tomato sauce. Threw them in a baking dish, put them in the oven, and wow, did they ever come out good. And I thought, I have to share this with you, so here we go. I know you're going to love it. Let's get started.
What I'm going to do here is take 3 or 4 pork chops. These are just standard pork chops. You can use just about any cut of pork you want. Of course, a butterfly cut is always best. I'm just going to pour some olive oil over the top and give it a light brushing. Of course, I'm going to do this for each chop. Next, I'm going to take the freshly crushed garlic, and I'm just going to spoon it over the top and just kind of rub it in and apply it with my hands. Now, if you don't have fresh garlic, you can always use the powdered stuff. It works just about as well. And I'm just going to pick up the excess and do this for each chop. Next, I'm going to add on the rosemary, and what I've got here is about a sprig of freshly chopped rosemary. Now, if you don't have the fresh stuff, you can use the dried version as well. Now, the thyme. And in this case, I'm just using dried thyme leaves, but if you have fresh thyme, go ahead and use it. Followed by a nice dusting of salt. And to complete our rub, some freshly ground pepper. I'm just going to use my hand and massage the rub into the meat just to get it into every little nook and cranny and make sure it's well coated. And of course I'm going to turn the chops over and repeat this process for the other side. I'm going to add a bit of olive oil to a preheated pan. Now I'm going to place the chops in and fry them on one side, and you can set your timer for 4 minutes. Now it's important to add at this point in time, just let them fry on that one side. Don't flip them back and forth. After 4 minutes, I'm going to flip my chop over and see how nicely brown that is. That's just about perfect. And I'm going to allow these chops to cook for an additional 4 minutes on the other side. Now they're nicely cooked and brown. I'm going to turn off the heat, remove them from the pan, and allow them to rest on a plate for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, while the chops are resting, I'm going to add my tomato sauce to a baking dish. You can use just about any type of tomato sauce you wish. Then I'm going to add in the brown sugar and give it a stir until it's nicely combined. Now we're going to place the chops into the tomato sauce. Spoon a nice application of sauce over them. And what I'm going to do here is place some aluminum foil over the top. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just so it keeps the chops from drying out. Then I'm going to place this into a 200 Fahrenheit preheated oven for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we're going to remove it from the oven and we're ready to serve. And here are mouth-watering pork chops with some tomato sauce spooned over the top and a side dish of mashed potatoes. Believe me, these are so good. For more details on this recipe, visit our website. And if you have something you'd like to share with us, leave us a comment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.